Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Firehouse Chef. I am, as always, your host, Wyatt Erb, and today we're going to be doing a dessert. I figure since fall is right around the corner, I got a lot of coffee fans at the firehouse, know a lot of firemen out there, teachers, you name it, we're all coffee drinkers. Funny thing is I am not. But if I ever were a coffee drinker, this is something that I would love to dunk into my coffee. I've made this a number of times. I think I've perfected it. I will let you know ahead of time I am altering this recipe from William & Sonoma, so I got to give credit where credit is due. I'm going to be making twice-baked cookies, or in the Italian-speak, Biscottis. So everybody, please stay tuned. All right, so baking is something that I'm still learning. It is not necessarily my forte, but I thoroughly enjoy it because there's no better way to end a nice meal than a very good dessert. I love these biscottis as well because, as with most things I like to do, you can make it early in the morning and actually a shift or two ahead of time as well, and it'll keep for a good 2 or 3 weeks in a nice container. So anything that you can make and then walk away from and present later in the night, great. Now, I know in the past I've always been about, I love power tools, but you can make things by hand. But I'm telling you right now, I'm going to use a power tool this time. I'm sorry about that. And this is the bad boy. This is the big boy. This is a mixer, and this is something I highly recommend that you invest either as a family or at the fire station. It's roughly $200 to $300, but like the food processor I have, it lasts 10, 15, 20 years. I've had this well over 12 years, and it's still kicking good. So get yourself either a big bowl and a whisk, or get yourself a power tool. Let's get going. Okay, a real quick side note when it comes to measuring and baking. Baking is looked upon as very much of a scientific calculation. People have taken the time and effort to go through trial by trial by trial to get the perfect amount of ingredients to get the end result. So this is not something you want to fudge around with like you do in cooking. And when it comes specifically to putting the correct amount of ingredients, I'm not kidding ourselves. I know at the firehouse we're going to be using a regular cup and swiping stuff across with a knife. But ideally, if you can find the weights, that's the best way of getting this done. I mean, there have been a multitude of bakers online and on television who have raved about the benefits of using an electronic scale. I'm a realist, though. I don't have one at my fire station. God knows how much I paid for this. I really don't want to know. So for all of my baking recipes, until otherwise, I'm going to be using just a regular cup and a regular knife.